Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where this time, I promise, we're gonna remember to bring the new guillotine, and it's not just because we don't have a hunchback anymore. Yeah, that helps. That definitely helps. Oh! Right! I actually completely forgot about the imp! Okay, we should refit that guy. For sure. So what do we want this guy to be? He's got an ER-PPC medium lasers over here as it is. I'm going to strip that off for now. That's a lot of laser hardpoints and a ballistic hardpoint over in this arm. Double heat sinks to begin with. How many double heat sinks do we actually have on us right now? Because that definitely... Got 5 clan double heat sinks. And then we've got these 3 double heat sinks. That's not going to be sufficient double heat sinks. Maybe we can put on clan double heat sinks. Wait, this has a standard heat sink kit? That's interesting. Okay, well that's a thing, I guess. And by default, this has a Gauss rifle in this arm? That's an interesting thought, to be sure. Gauss rifles, ER-PPCs. Okay, there's the double heatsink kit. Engine heatsink plus 2, and an engine core 300 by default in this guy. Okay, we can max out this armor for sure. We're probably going to want to give him heavy ferro. That's very, very efficient on an assault mech. And endosteel structure, if we have the slottage for that. That gives us 73 tons to work with overall. We could put in engine XLs. That is a potential option for an assault mech. That said, we are running low on slots. That's for sure. I wouldn't mind a clan heatsink kit if the game will actually let us put a clan heatsink kit on this. I'm not sure if it will or not. We can validate this. Yeah, it must mount at least one functional weapon. But it's not saying anything about the clan heatsink kit, so there's that. We could put in the clan double heatsinks, and I mean, it is good to have clan if we are running slot poor like this. Endosteel structure is saving us 5 tons, and heavy ferro is saving us 4.75 tons. We may not need those. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and put in an engine core. Do we put in that big old 380? Boy, just imagine this guy sprinting at you. That's a little terrifying. How fast does that move at 380? Okay, 5 hexes as a sprint. Yeah, that is not fast. However, that does allow us to use that heatsink plus 5. So that's a thing. Okay, there we go. I was wondering if that would go in. Yeah. That definitely helps the heat. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to drop this clan heatsink for right now. We have 2 laser hardpoints here. One thing we could do is we could make this kind of a long-range sniper mech. We have a lot of those. There's no doubt about that. We could turn this into a mixed-range juggernaut to, like, back up our mediums. With an engine core 380, I mean, it's still going to be pretty slow. But that might not be too bad of a concept. So we put the long tom... No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to put the long tom artillery in this. However, a Gauss rifle or a Gauss rifle M9 might not be the worst concept. An M9 is 13 tons compared to the 15 of a Gauss rifle. So we could slot an M9 in there, and then a few tons of Gauss ammo. That's an interesting option there. Now, we are currently tremendously heat efficient. I would not necessarily mind I'm just thinking about this. 75 damage and 9 tons. So it saves a ton over 2 large lasers. It does a little less damage. It generates a little bit more heat than 2 large lasers. And that's the real concern right now. So what if we had, say, a pair of large lasers. I don't think we go for ER here, but a pair of large lasers in the CT. Like this. This is already, like, what I'm envisioning is definitely going to not work immediately. We're going to have to play around with it. There's no doubt about that. However, then a pair of ER medium lasers, perhaps even Magnas. They're going to be really hot. Maybe even quad ER medium laser. We only have, what, 3 available? 4? Okay, we could do quad ER medium laser here. However, I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 in this arm. Like this. Our heat efficiency is going to be garbage. Ignore that for now. 2 in this arm over here. We're probably going to need to drop the endosteel structure for right now. Although, actually, we're more efficient to drop the heavy ferro. 5 mil? Yikes. We may have to hold off on this. That is a lot. Is that the engine XL? Like, what is this? Yeah, that's mostly the XL. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I'm just kind of playing around with this right now, right? So we're probably not going to finish this, but I'm just working with concepts currently. We could swap out this Gauss rifle for like an LBX AC-10. That wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. Yeah, we're currently overweight. If we're going to run the Engine Core 380, we're definitely going to need to run the XL engine. But if we don't run the 380, if we run something hot garbage, that means that we can't run the heatsink plus 5, of course. But that also means that we could run, say, something really slow, like a 180. That's really slow, all right. Yeah, I'm just going to think about this for now, I think. Any way we slice it, this guy is going to be really expensive to put together. Yeah, really expensive to put together. Even if we remove everything here, like literally everything here, just doing this and getting it to this empty state, just that is 900k. So yeah, I think for now we're going to hold off on doing the imp, and I'll just consider what I've investigated here. We know this guy is going to be really slow, and it'll be interesting to see him fully outfitted. But for right now, we don't really have the money to pull this off. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to tick forward a little bit here, and we'll consider what we've got. If you guys have any ideas based on the weapon systems that we have, feel free to let me know. I may or may not utilize those. Okay, so we'll get all that finished up. We have 3 mech warriors out of action. That's okay. I don't mind that. Let's go ahead and do some mech warrior training here. We've got a financial report in 5 days. A mech warrior here, who's a chameleon pilot, needs a skill. And I wouldn't mind Juggernaut for a chameleon pilot.
Mech warrior training complete.
There we go. Arclight, Blaze, Carriated can definitely take a gunnery point.
Ready for
Anything else?
I'm receiving. Receiving you.
Point of tactics for Kodiak, sure.
Ready for orders.
And otherwise, ooh, Scrub gets a point of gunnery. I do like that. I like that a lot.
Ready for orders.
Squib with the point of gunnery.
training confirmed.
Sure.
Woody, yes.
And Woody with the point of piloting. Okay, sounds good. Let's go ahead and deploy here, and we'll just need to consider what we want that imp to have. For now, I would not mind... This seems... Solo duel, that would be why. Yeah... There's that. I'll hold off on that, though. I don't feel like we have a mech that's particularly amazing at a solo duel right now. This battle is weight limited. Oh. They're going to want the big guns, huh? I mean, we could do this. We could bring some big guns. 312 for almost 4K. Or 400k, rather. I'm not sure that I'm willing to pay that much for a single priority salvage and 3 roulette salvage. Let's go ahead and accept this straight down the middle. This chameleon does not appear to be done. Minimum of 280 tons. Oh, a minimum per slot requirement. Okay, so in that case, we actually can't do this one. Okay. We don't have 80 tonners. However, there's this battle, a Clan Burrick dropship. Sure. This is garbage salvage. We could just run it here and give up 2 roulette salvage. Sure. Okay, so what's actually wrong with this chameleon? We need to take a look at that before I forget. I mean, we pretty much need to do that before we can deploy.
Hey, Commander.
Oh yeah, there is definitely that. I must have missed that. Oh, we just need to repair the lower leg? Sure. Literally nothing required there. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy this then.
Always good to see you.
So that was Operation Matador, I believe? Yes. And we wanted to run this right here. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to need to bring someone in this chameleon. That's fine. And I think that will be created. He can't pilot mechs. Oh, so he can't. It'll be Kodiak then. The Nidhogg is currently here. We have nothing over here. I'm going to move the Nidhogg just because I don't like it being there. And we'll put the Nidhogg in over here. And that will, of course, be Kraken in the Nidhogg. And then we will, in this lance... Actually, we're going to move the chameleon here. And we're going to put this guillotine in this lance. So that puts us at 565 tons, and must be less than 600 tons. Okay, so we're going to have to leave something at home and shave off 15 tons. We could leave the Centurion at home, or this chameleon. Which one is this? This is the Heavy Laser Chameleon. We'll leave this chameleon at home. We'll bring this chameleon, and then we'll bring the Raven. That puts us at exactly 600 tons. A Mech Warrior is a chameleon pilot, so we'll slot him in there. And I guess we'll get Kodiak some sweet, sweet Raven affinity, because, you know, that'll come in handy, I'm sure. And then Curiated can't pilot that. Neither of these can pilot vehicles. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. We should probably pull... Kraken? I mean, he's already pretty developed affinity-wise. But we'll pull Kraken out of the Nidhogg for now, and we'll put Curiated in there. And then we'll put Kraken into the Guillotine. Later on, we would prefer to have someone like Aryamaki or Bearclaw in there, but this will have to do for now, I guess. I'm not super happy with it, but it'll do. And, of course, we will need to increase our Lance drop weight limit. But that is not something that we can do just yet. So, let's see how many enemies we're up against and just how big of boys they are. Pro tip, they're going to be real big boys. The army you've got is never the army you want. Isn't that just the truth? Fantastic. So I wonder if we're going to run into any more of those sweet, sweet MRM-80 boats. That was disgusting to deal with, by the way. I mean, it didn't help that the Hunchy was only a 50-tonner. A heavier mech would have survived that, but even so. RIP. So we need to destroy enemy units. Satellite surveillance pictures show that a heavy lance was inserted onto the planet's surface by a Burrick dropship. Currently, we believe that they're securing their LZ, preparing for whatever operation they have planned. Before they finish securing the area, we'd like you to interrupt them. They're heavily armed, so expect strong resistance. If they just sat down, they may not be battle ready. We might catch them with their metaphorical pants down. Probably not, though. We'll probably catch them linking up with an entire galaxy. Okay, serious resistance, yes. We don't have allies. This is some very rough terrain. Enemy units are up over here, it looks like. Yeah, enemy units are in this area. That is also some very rough terrain. I guess we can set down here? I'm not sure how much I like this location. I guess that's okay. I just hope our vehicles can make it through this. Well, I guess we're going to find out. This may be a huge mistake. We'll find out.
All right. Keep your eyes open and watch your senses.
Did they just immediately fire on the Nidhogg?
We're getting outflanked.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Immediately firing on the Nidhogg's rear arc. Okay. So, that is pretty much what I expected. Looks like we're against 2 stars. Okay.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
You don't say, Darius. Well, I'm glad we brought the Centurion, for sure. Clan mechs, they move very, very early in the priority, for sure. That's a lot of guns. They didn't hit much, but they sure shot a lot. Okay. So it is our Chameleon's move. And we're going to position off in this mineral field for now. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. And by that I mean slightly terrifying. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit right now. I'm not going to lie. And we've got a Raven. This is going to be interesting. A green mech warrior in a Raven, no less. Let's go up with the harasser. Saw there was something right there briefly.
Yep.
Okay. I'm a little surprised we haven't been able to move our Nidhogg yet.
I await your command.
Nidhogg is phase 16. Huh.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Phase 18. We see nothing right now.
Orders.
The Jaeger is absolutely going to move up over to here.
Double time. Let's go.
And we see a Highlander. Okay. Not great hit odds here, but we'll take this. Okay. 25 damage.
What do you need?
The Jaeger is definitely going to move over here,
I copy.
but this is very, very spooky.
What can
The
I do?
Nidhogg is going to position up here and
Got
see
it.
what we can
Max
see.
Speed, no shooting.
A Battlemaster, a Battlemaster, a Bane, a Highlander, a Stormcrow, Firemoth, Timberwolf, Kodiak, and Timberwolf. We are pretty heavily outweighed here. There's no doubt about that. They've got 2 stars versus our company. And they've got 1, 2... Is a Bane an assault? I feel like that's an assault. That is the guy with all those ballistic weapons. That's the one we want to overheat, ideally. So, that's definitely an assault. So they've got 1, 2, 3. This guy over here is a Stormcrow. That's a 55-tonner. 4, 5. Firemoth is a light. Timberwolves are heavy, but they're 75-tonners. They're almost assaults. So they've got 6 assaults, 2 heavies, a light, and a medium here. This is a lot. There's no doubt about that. And they're in a good position. We're going to be hard-pressed to remove them from this position. The question is, do we just bail? Or do we go for it? 22.8. These hit odds are really not good. 25.4 on this Battlemaster. I guess we'll take it. I'm not going to fire these rocket packs.
Special delivery.
This is going to be a tough one. And if we succeed this, it's going to hurt. Unless we get really lucky.
Standing by.
We can position this guillotine up over here.
Roger.
And open fire on this guy. There's a small chance. Very small. that we managed to hit him. It would do a lot.
Got it.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Failed to connect.
This is definitely frightening. If they're going to miss shots like that, though, we might be able to pull it off, but we really can't count on that.
Yes, Commander.
So the Centurion is going to position up over here, and they spread out over here, which makes me sad. But these guys, we know they're right next to each other. We're going to go ahead and drop artillery on these Highlanders.
Copy that, Commander.
That was really bad.
That could have been worse.
No, that couldn't have been much worse. You hit a harasser with that one. You did not hit the target.
What's up, bud?
Wonderful. Okay, we're going to move up with our Maxim.
No shooting, just running.
I have a really bad feeling about this turn.
Okay, that was...
I mean, our saving grace is that Clan mechs run hot, right? Although he sunk all of that heat. Granted, a Battlemaster isn't a clan mech. These are probably bondsmen or something. Attempting to tag the J. Edgar, but it failed. Stormcrow moves up. Misses everything on the Nidhogg. Once again, that's going to be a big factor, is how lucky we get. A Timberwolf moves up. Doesn't do that much to our guillotine.
Come on, send me a real mech warrior.
Okay. It's a Timberwolf E variant. Running the large lasers. What are those? Deadfire ATMs?
I'm taking a
Doing
pounding
12
here.
damage? Not sure what those are. Interesting. The Nidhogg is taking hits. We expect this, of course. We know that if we manage to pull this off, it's probably going to be a Pyrrhic victory. I'm strongly considering withdrawing here. It would be a bad faith withdrawal. But I'm not convinced that we win this. I'm really, really not. Six assaults, 2 heavies. They very much outweigh us. Our salvage is not particularly good. The only thing that's good in this one is the pay. But that won't be good if we lose half of our mechs doing this, or more. I don't think this is worth it. Let's get out of here. We're going to withdraw. Later, Clan Burrick.
Sprint.
I'm not interested in engaging here. Yeah, I'm not surprised if they shoot down the Nidhogg. Yep. And that's one of the big reasons why we're getting out of here, is we can't really approach their position. They're in a very solid position here. They have really good overlapping fields of fire. I don't think we breach this. Okay. He missed his melee attack. That's good. Excellent.
Ready to get it on.
We are getting out of here.
Full speed, no target.
Look at that. Wonderful. Probably what? Rotary AC2s there is my guess. Well, no, these are all actually their own weapon. It's just a million AC2s, I think.
Yep.
Okay, the Jaeger is going to back off here. I don't necessarily even want to be an LOS.
Yeah?
We want to mitigate any possible damage that we take here. Sumire is going to be here in 4 rounds, which is a long time, to be completely honest. Okay, they're shooting at the Maxim. That's fine. We don't hate that. Yes, this is going to cost us some money in drop fees. And yes, we're going to have to repair the Nidhogg. But I really think that we would lose a lot more than we stand to gain here. We don't have good salvage, and 6 assaults is more than I'm willing to go up against when they're in an entrenched position like this.
Moving out.
We can do some fire support here. Maybe we manage to hit this guy a bit. That's a negative. Yeah. Let's just withdraw.
What do you need?
I really don't think this is worth being here.
Bugging out.
Not this time.
All right, let's move.
The question is, where's the edge of the map? Down here? Okay, we can... we can't really traverse this. That said, they're going to have a hard time closing in on us as well. They're only going to have mostly 2 rounds, or rather 3 rounds to close in on us. So I think it'll be okay. I think we can just hug this crevice over here
Yes, Commander.
and call it good. I hope.
Going full thrust.
Let's disengage. Most of these guys are not going to get in range of us. Yeah, that chameleon is still a little exposed, but we should be okay. Also, the other reason why I'm not interested in actually continuing to fight this is because they have such an early phase. We don't actually get a chance to get in behind them, knock them down, and get a double turn. So overall, I just want to get out of here. I do not think that fighting this would be worthwhile. We'll take the reputation hit. Thank you very much. Okay. They're just about done moving. Absurd. So many
My
AC2s.
armor's in bad shape.
Yeah, he's now unsteady, which is not good at all. Keep in mind, these are our early movers.
Bastard breached my armor.
We haven't gotten to move yet this round. Okay, now we can move this chameleon, and we in fact are going to do exactly that. We can't actually sprint it. We can, however, vigilance this chameleon, which would allow us to sprint over here. And that's what we're going to do. Excellent.
Standing by.
The Raven is going to position off over this way.
Heading out.
Wonderful. Their Highlander closes in a bit. That's completely fine. We don't mind. They can do that. I kind of hate doing this because I kind of feel like this was an entire waste of an episode, but you know, what are you going to do to some degree? Sometimes this happens. There's just no point in fighting this.
Copy that.
We'll see if we can make them think about this a bit, but at this range, we
Negative
really
damage.
can't. That's okay.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, our J. Edgar, I'm actually going to move our vehicles out this way as, like, kind of a distraction. If they kill the vehicles, that's fine. That's a turn that they are not shooting at our mechs.
Yeah.
Okay, this guillotine absolutely will move over this way. Wonderful.
Yeah.
The Jaeger is going to position around here.
Move into position.
And I think we will fire the Gauss rifles here. I mean, yeah, it'll cost us a little bit of money to replace that ammo, but may as well try to cover our retreat a little bit. Now the harasser, I am going to move over here. We can actually navigate this on hovercraft. That's interesting. The mechs might not be able to navigate that. Okay, the Kodiak moves. Doesn't really do anything.
Standing by.
That is completely fine. The archer will continue to retreat over here, and we will fire probably on this Timberwolf.
Firing.
Excellent.
Ready for orders.
And our guillotine will fall back over here. I guess to here.
Roger.
And we'll hop into cover and brace.
Standing by.
Our Centurion will continue to step back.
Tenfold.
Do they have anybody clustered up? Yeah, actually, these guys over here kind of are. I wouldn't mind firing direct here, but we're out of range. So indirect it is. Okay, a couple of hits there. We'll do a little bit of damage.
For orders.
Our Maxim, can it get over here? Actually, yeah, it can. So that's great. We are absolutely going to do that. Now they're probably going to kill the J. Edgar, but again, we're okay with that sacrifice. Rude. Very, very rude. But I'm not going to make any attempt to assault this position. This is, I think, a fool's errand. Stormcrow just didn't fire. Fascinating. Highlander shooting at that guillotine. Okay. We'll allow it. Not like we can do much about it, I suppose. Okay. We're kind of in a line here, but they didn't manage to stray shot. What else do they have? This is going to be the Gauss. Not too bad. They got those large pulse lasers. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a lot of the salvage, but again, we would only get one priority salvage out of this. So what exactly is the point? I'm going to disengage a bit here with the J. Edgar. I was hoping they'd shoot at it a bit. It doesn't look like they're interested. I say as they then shoot at the J. Edgar. Okay, yeah, waste your round, please. I'm very content with them wasting their round. So many AC2s on that Bane. Oh, that's just hilarious, actually. Actually, it's just kind of ridiculous is what it is. Like, it's not even hilarious, it's just funny. We're going to step back with the blackjack and just brace. We're just trying to get out of here. Yeah, we can actually navigate this with mechs. That is great. That is absolutely fantastic that we're not pincered in here. Or rather, pinned in here. We're going to back off with our harasser.
Roger.
And Sumire is also going to take some damage as she evacs us. So that means that we're going to have to pay for the dropship. We may have to dip into our salvage a little bit here. We'll have to see. But we definitely don't want anything to do with this battle.
I'm under heavy fire.
We are heavily outgunned and outpositioned here. I don't think there's any point.
Copy that.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so the Jaeger will back off here. We're kind of turning our backs to them, which is a little bit dangerous. But we're going to be pulling out very, very soon, and I'm more interested right now in just putting distance between us here.
Ready for orders.
That's the big thing. Especially with the Raven.
Aye,
We'll
aye.
position right there.
Hey there.
The Maxim is perfect where it is.
Roger that. Digging in.
The Centurion is going to step back here.
Order acknowledged.
Embrace. We just want to take as little damage as we possibly can here. That's the goal. Fire Moth moves. Look at that. Phase 28. Clan mechs. Like, assault mechs moving in phase 28. Gotta love it. Yep, this fight is just not for us. Timberwolf moves up.
Getting the angle up.
Oh, that's fine. We want them to shoot at you, Scrub. That is exactly our goal. Okay, the Stormcrow moving around a bit. Shooting at the Archer. Irrelevant. Highlander. Shooting at the J. Edgar. Great. That is ideal. Completely, magnificently ideal. Just an absurd amount of AC2s. Oh, that is bonkers. And this Highlander, also shooting at the J. Edgar, actually hit it with the Gauss rifle. J. Edgar may die, but we'll evac it. Assuming it doesn't die here, it could. They chose not to fire.
Orders.
Okay. Well, the Jaeger will position here. And I guess we'll take this shot. Not like it's useful, but may as well. Yeah, absolutely nothing. I'm not shocked.
Yeah?
And we're going to get out of here with this guillotine. Sumire will be overhead in 1 round, and that is perfect.
Standing by.
This guillotine will position somewhere over this way. We're going to have to position here and brace. Sadly, it's not the best position. The Raven will stay put.
Venting heat.
The J. Edgar is definitely getting out of there.
Moving to position.
Fantastic. Okay, so they've got these guys over here. That was rude.
I'm showing minor damage.
I'm taking internal damage.
Yeah, the Centurion, of course, is. Nothing too bad. Nothing that Yang can't handle so far. The Chameleon will stay exactly where it is.
What do you need?
The Blackjack will move back over here. I'm not even going to bother firing, honestly. I don't think it's worth it. We're going to keep the... we're going to keep the braced bonuses rolling here.
Confirmed.
We just want to get out of this.
I'm going.
I knew it was against Clan Burrick, but
here.
I didn't expect it to be quite this against Clan Burrick, if I'm honest. We'll go ahead and toss a pot shot at these Highlanders. Maybe make them do a little bit of repairs on the way out.
Engaging target.
Okay, we failed. Yet another reason to withdraw. As if we needed more of those.
How's it going?
The Maxim is perfectly positioned. Sumire is overhead. So as soon as we can, we're going to withdraw. They're going to do a bunch of shooting at us first. I assume, anyway. No, this all looks good-ish. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think we're even going to have to dip into selling anything. I think we'll be okay. No damage to the guillotine there. Perfect. I would really prefer that they didn't destroy our engine at that range. Rude. That's just bad luck. Hopefully the Centurion will be repairable. Hopefully. Especially since we were withdrawing on this round anyway. That was really rude. Just happens to hit that one location. We're out of here. Yep, we'll take damage. Get out of here. Okay, yeah, we can't get that one done. That was never going to happen. Honestly, even losing the Centurion and the Nidhogg, that was still way better than that would have been had we tried to fight that. The Centurion will be repairable, and I've been meaning to refit that anyway. This episode has gone over already, but I think we'll go ahead and refit it, assuming that we did not fully lose it. Yeah, there's no salvage. Sniper artillery there? Okay. Regardless, as I said, I definitely want to think about refitting that Centurion. We'll see if we lost it or not. That'll be interesting. If we lost the Centurion due to a lucky shot taking out the engine, I'm going to be a little salty. Like, we didn't even lose the CT there. That went in through one of the torsos. Okay, Let's see the damage, Yang. 212k? Go ahead and get started on that, but we're going to have to manually do the Centurion. That's actually 6 days. That's not as bad as I was expecting. Okay.
Grease pit, Commander.
So yeah, that was definitely bad luck on the Centurion, and to some degree that was bad luck on the mission, but I mean, it was against Clan Burek. We knew it was a 5 skull, and that's pretty much, it is what it is. That was an Engine Core 150 and an Engine XL in there. An interesting choice, to be sure. I'm interested in potentially dropping the Sniper Artillery for the Thumper. The Thumper is actually lighter, and it does less damage. I don't know, maybe we leave it as is. We do, however, I think, ditch the 2 ER medium lasers. I think that's definitely something that we do just for heat purposes, and we maybe even think about giving this a big enough engine. Like, it was a 180 previously, right? What is that for potential internal? 0. Okay, so if we were to bring that up to like a 220, and yeah, that would put us overweight. Yeah, that's still no additional free heatsink. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. I think we'll go ahead and give this... Let's see, we've got an indirect FCS already. And clan sensors in this thing. That's fine. We should definitely give it the Engine XL. Yeah, that did cause us to lose the mech, like, literally just now. But I still think it's worth having an Engine XL in there. Now, one thing we don't have on this is endosteel, or rather, ferrofibrous armor. I don't think it's worth heavy ferro on a 50-tonner, but we could do that. Now, that does reduce our amount of slots, but what if we didn't have the Engine XL? Ah, now this is interesting. Why do we have SRM ammo on this? What SRM is on this? Oh, it did have that SRM2 previously. That's right. But I'm interested in still removing that. And if this is the case, then we don't actually currently need this heatsink either. And then we put on a pair of just regular medium lasers. Like this. Now with that, we still have some heat sinking. We have 30 heat. The Sniper Artillery is 30 heat. So we probably do want at least one more heat sink on this. I'm going to move this one up to this torso, I think. It's fine in the leg. It's completely fine in the leg. I'm also going to put in one additional heat sink in this torso. Just so that we're actually sinking heat when firing the Sniper Artillery. That does mean we'll have to drop a little bit of armor, and I'm willing to drop the armor in this arm. Since we have nothing over there. Okay, something along the lines of that. It's not a tremendous rework, but it should do the trick.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
And otherwise, I'll consider what we want to do with the Imp, but we're going to need to head out again, for sure. Unfortunately, we did get fatigued from that. That is really unfortunate. 5 days of fatigue. We actually are going to have to dip into our stored, aren't we? Well, that's okay. We can always go into our storage here and look at some parts that we're not interested in keeping around. Like, for example, this. Get out of here. We'll scrap that, and now we will survive. We'll also scrap the Azula parts. And these bandit parts. Something like that. Okay. It looks like we're going to have to actually take this month tick, which I don't like. I'd really prefer to not take this month tick, in all honesty. Maybe there will be like a solo duel available, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. But yeah, I really don't believe that we could have pulled that mission off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut in here. I feel like we did nothing. But at the same time, we didn't. I don't know. Weird episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.